Hey everybody, I'm Waller's Wallet, and one question I see people ask is how or even if they should close their credit cards. So in this video, we're going to take a look at the way you should be closing your accounts if you choose to do that. But first, if you're new to this channel is all about credit cards, credit card rewards, and showing you how you can use your points and miles to travel for less. So that's something that interests you, consider subscribing and turn the bell notification on as well. Also, consider giving the video a thumbs up. It really does help the channel out. Now, I have no issue paying the annual fee on cards as long as the value I receive outweighs the annual fee. But once that's no longer the case, I look to remove that card from my portfolio. But canceling a credit card can have an impact on your credit score, and there are ways to minimize this impact. Now, before we even get to the point of canceling your card, you should have already called for a retention offer. If you haven't, you might be missing out on extra points or even a statement credit that could sway you into keeping this card. But I'll assume you've done that already and you didn't get an offer that you liked or even a retention offer at all, so now you're ready to get rid of the card to save you money on that annual fee. So the first thing to think about is there a downgrade option? This should be the option you should consider before you really decide to cancel your card. Because if there is a downgrade path, you should look into this option. Because downgrading your card does have a few benefits. It keeps the credit history on that card intact, and that helps with the overall age of your credit history. And even though the age is a smaller part of your credit score, age is one thing that just takes time to build, and you can't hack that. Because when you cancel a card, the history will eventually fall off your credit report, which is roughly about 7 years after you close the card. So while this might not immediately impact you, it will impact you down the road. But more importantly, downgrading your card will keep your credit limit intact, which is helpful for reducing your utilization. And utilization does play a big part of your credit score. It also keeps the relationship with that bank. And there are a few banks that want you to have a relationship with them in order to be approved for their products. And if you were to terminate that relationship, it could make it difficult for you to get a different credit card with that bank in the future. And depending on the bank, you can downgrade or even product change to a different family of credit cards. For example, if you had the Citi American Airline credit card and you didn't want to keep it around, you could actually convert this to a Citi Double Cash. And this could even help improve your rotation of cards, so you should definitely research options for product changes. And downgrading or product changing a card is something I typically recommend people to do if possible, because you get rid of the cards you no longer want, and this does save you an annual fee, and it possibly gets you a card you can use and protects your credit score at the same time. Now, what if there's no viable downgrade path or even a card that you want? Next, you should look to move your available credit before closing that card. And this is actually a pretty important thing to do. Now, not all banks allow this, but you should check with your bank if they allow you to move credit from one card to another. For example, you can actually do this with Chase. And the biggest reason this is so important is this will keep your credit limit intact, which is great for your credit score. And some banks like American Express will allow you to shift your credit limits online as well. So you could even shift your credit with a few clicks and then close out the card if you wanted to. But if you just cancel the card without moving your credit, this could have a negative impact on your credit score because your utilization could increase and that will reduce your credit score. This is just a quick step, but this could have a huge impact for you. Next, you want to move your rewards. When you get to the point of canceling your card, and if you have rewards in that account, hopefully you have a plan to do something with those rewards. There are some reward currencies that give you time to redeem your points after you product change or cancel your cards, and others you will lose your points the moment you cancel that account. So look at the bank rules when it comes to their rewards so you don't lose out on your rewards. Now, usually I'm not a fan of moving points without a plan. But if you're going to be canceling a card and you need to move your points, I'd rather you move your points without a plan than lose them. And I would take a look at programs you're going to use, even if it means you won't get some super high, crazy point values. Or if it's a cashback program, make sure to redeem your cash back. But making sure your reward account is as close to empty as possible is important, because you don't want to lose out on rewards after you canceled your account and didn't know what would happen the moment you canceled your credit card. And after you've done these steps, then you're ready to close your account. See, closing a credit card is going to happen if you're in this game long enough. But making sure you take the right steps to close your account properly will not only reduce the impact to your credit score, but also make sure that you don't lose any rewards and keep a good relationship with that bank. So tell me, what is your strategy when it comes to closing a credit card? Hey everyone, thanks for tuning into this video. If you want to help support the channel, a simple way is to use links on the website or in the description below. And until next time, safe travels and take care.